Hi, I'm Decopin, and you're watching Rappler. There is for sure no shortage of talent, particularly in entertainment here in the Philippines. So, of course, when Filipino talent is recognized on an international stage, that's certainly a reason to celebrate. Our guest today is fresh off his win as Best Actor in a Leading Role at the Third Asian Academy Creative Awards for his role as Benjo Malaya in Bagman. Please help me welcome and congratulate our guest, Arjo Atayde. Hi, Arjo.
Hi, Bea. Hi to everyone who's watching us.
Kamusta? Kamusta?
Good, it's been good. How about you?
Okay lang. Nag-sink in na ba yung win at this point? It's been a few days, right?
No. Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe in my part, knowing that I really wasn't expecting anything. No, but yeah, wala. It hasn't. I still can't believe it happened.
Right. No, but like, how did? Well, what was your initial reaction? Of course, was shock, right? But like after a while, like what was going through your head? It was strange because of course, given the pandemic, you weren't able to go to the award show in person. It was all digital and distance, obviously. So like, what was going through your head when you were hearing the announcements?
I think the first, wala, I was floating. Floating with the announcement. But I think the first question in my head was, what? How? What and how? I was like, what? How did they win? And then that's it. I was until now. I don't know how to explain it. It's
Even as you're,
unexplainable feeling, Bea. I wish I could explain it. But really, until now, I couldn't believe it actually happened. And I'm just very thankful. And yun.
yeah, even as you're granting interviews about the win, hindi pa talaga. Maybe in a week, it'll finally sink in a week's time.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about your character in Bagman. Kasi like the first time I heard about the show, it's not really a premise that you hear in series, perhaps in movies. Parang yung ganong klaseng, I don't wanna, paano ba to? Like parang that kind of storyline, like it's something that you normally see in movies as opposed to longer form in the Philippines, at least in most series. So what attracted you to the role?
The fact that the story had to be told, Bea. It's amazing. It's an amazing story. I'm actually pretty amazed by the way Shugo wrote it and the way they actually handled it, the shoot and everything, how realistic they actually wanted to play it. And I guess the trust on Dreamscape and Direk Lino as well and Shugo, because Shugo has been with ABS also for a long time. So, of course, I trust him and everyone else. And this was a project given to me by ABS, so obviously the trust is there, and I just had to go with it. And the script just talked to me instantly. It's an amazing script, so automatic go for me.
Right. Siguro naman hindi na spoiler if you talk about what happened by the end of season 1, right? It's been a year. So feeling ko
Yes.
we're at a period where we're allowed to, like, how did you prepare for that kind of role? Because you started as a barbero, literally a barbero, bagman, and then by the end of season 1, a wild rise to power. How do you even prepare for a role like that?
Honestly, I wanted to immerse, but I can't. So instead, I had to get facts from my director, Shugo. I had to get facts from him, stories from him that couldn't be told to me personally by a bagman or by anyone else, and only researchers have gotten information. So the way they told me and explained to me the way they talk, how do they speak while they were being observed as well, obviously on my part, so that they could explain it further to me. So with further explanation and collaboration with the director, with the whole production, allowing me also to explore as an actor, yeah, we were able to create that certain character that would be believable as a bagman, even without talking or immersing or dealing with a real bagman. But of course, that's us creating the idea because they actually have further information about it.
So like I'm wondering also for actors, is it more fun or is there an added layer of fun when you're portraying an anti-hero? I mean, because like Benjo, it's not really a character that you root. I mean, like, parang hindi dapat siya ni-root for, but at the same time, it's such a complex personality, di ba? Parang hindi mo rin siya makast aside as like pure evil. Certainly not pure good. So like,
Yeah,
how is it like portraying that kind of moral gray area?
It's stressful. It's stressful. It's very hard. It's not easy. Nothing is easy. I guess we're just trying to play around with realism instead. You know, remember when I told you that there were facts being given to me? So I was playing around those ideas that they were the facts they were giving me. And at the same time, just guidance of the director. And I'm sorry, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Just playing an anti-hero, right?
Oh,
Diba?
it's hard. It's fun. It's fun up to a certain point because you get to explore a lot of things more than being a good character. You get to explore so much things. You go to certain places that you don't even know you'd get to. You know, you just have to be real. Being a villain, you have to believe whatever you're doing is real, because you have to believe that the way I'd handle it is the way I believe as my character is. Everyone has their beliefs in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell you whether or not yours is right or wrong, right? But obviously, to some people, they don't know what they're doing is bad. To them, it's still good. To them, it's right. And that's the way I handle villains. That's the way that's where I start off. So whatever I do is, to me, it's right. You're the one that's wrong.
Right. Because you understand the motivations, kumbaga, of the character you're playing. Okay, I want to zoom back and go back in time. Like, medyo cheesy to na tanong, pero like, at what age did you realize that you wanted to act? Siguro dun muna tayo. Like, that acting, that artistry was something that you cared about.
I've always wanted to be an actor ever since way back, because my mom has been in the industry for the longest time. But yeah, so obviously influence starts from her, and then slowly did me and my sister Ria know that we're into watching movies. So before I even got into showbiz, I've always been watching movies every night. It's a thing. Not specifically serious ones, even the funny ones. Mostly funny. We just watch funny movies at night. And how should I explain it? I'm sorry, babe. How should I explain this?
No, but was it? Is there a moment like when you look back as a child? Like, is there a moment where the acting bug bit you?
Yeah, it made me think. No, because there were no. Just made me think. There are two points. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an actor ever since. The second I was thinking, what was making me think was, when was the turning point of this point? Oh, when I started doing workshops. So I got discovered through a workshop, and then I entered the workshop for fun. Because obviously in workshops, you meet people, you meet women, diba? Obviously, I was back then. No, but serious talk though.
Yeah.
That was my motivation back then. And the thing was 1 month long of a workshop. And halfway into the workshop, I realized, I was like, wait a minute. I like creating this character. This is pretty fun. So getting into it, I don't know where it started, honestly, but somewhere around there. When I started, I already knew what I wanted. And ever since I started, I've always wanted to be a character actor. So I stuck to it.
How old were you during this workshop?
I was 20, turning 21, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so lately lang din. Hindi siya like as a child pa lang na sure ka na this is what you wanted to do also.
Yeah, but obviously, my mom, when I was 7 years old, I've always wanted. I actually joined Ang TV2. I was 10 years old or 11.
Oh gosh.
Then,
alam mo, now that you mention it, oo nga. Siyempre nanonood din ako dati ng dito. Wait, but also I wonder, now that you mentioned your mom, like, was there on her, like from her, was there ever a time where she either stopped you from joining show business or encouraged you to join
No,
show
she was
business?
stopping me. I hated it.
Okay.
She was stopping me. I hated it.
Okay.
She always stopped me. It was always like, okay, when you graduate grade school, high school, you'll enter. I graduate na. Dating na ng high school. When you graduate high school, you will enter na. And then when I got to college, that's when I was like, nope, I'm going in right now. I have to do it now. So I was given the opportunity, luckily, and that's where it started.
I wonder though, like what was why was your mom hesitant to allow you to go ahead when you were younger? Or was it also just a factor she just wanted you to get a degree first and then go do what you want as soon as you get your degree?
Yeah, maybe because she wanted me to finish high school first. Most importantly is because college, you can come back naman. Right
Yeah.
now, you're dealing with online. You can go to
Right,
school, I
right.
don't know how many times a month to submit your
Right.
paper. And that's very flexible, especially for professionals who haven't finished, right?
Right.
So I guess that's the reason why. And of course, I guess to every Filipino family, education is very important. So
Right. So on that note also, like mas mahirap ba or mas madali for you, you think, the fact that, your mother is an icon in Philippine entertainment, diba? Parang the name recall is there. Although you don't use the same family name in showbiz, but diba,
Yeah.
parang, did it make it easier na, like whether you liked it or not, I'm pretty sure the first few years in your careers, like anak ni Sylvia, alam mo yun, but does it make it easier or was it added pressure on you for people to know na ay anak siya ni ano, ganyan?
I can't explain how things like that actually don't bother me,
Right.
or I really don't mind. Like if anak ni Sylvia, then anak ni Sylvia. My mom knows, like I'm doing this because I love it. I enjoy it.
Right.
And all these things, as much as I'm concerned, even if I want to answer you, actually I don't know the answer because I never actually really thought about it. I actually never really got pressured. I pressured myself to do better. I pressured myself to just focus on myself. Double the focus all the time. You gotta double the focus. You can't, every scene is not a palipas na scene. You have to add color if you could, put your heart into it, put your mind focus, and that's how it is for me.
Right.
But yeah, my mom, I'm still thankful if they call me anak ni
Yeah.
Sylvia, because anyways, I'm very proud of her. Doesn't matter, anak ni Sylvia, Arjo, to me, I'm not the type who would actually really bother being called both, to be honest.
Right. Okay. My impression of you now is that you're really in this for the craft. Not to say that other actors aren't in it for the craft, but like the way that you speak, to me, like at the end of the day, it's all about the craft. But like in the Philippines, diba? Kung artista ka, whether you like it or not, comes with its celebrity. Right? So, I mean, when I say celebrity, parang iba pa to sa actual, the craft and the science of acting. How do you deal with that though? Because I can't imagine, being a public figure in the degree that you are. So how do you balance that?
I guess like what my dad always taught me, you learn how to appreciate the people who appreciate you.
Right.
So when they want the picture as much as I could, then I will give it to them, right? So a favor for a favor. I mean, they watch me, they support me. What's the least I can do? Take a picture with them. I don't mind. I really, really don't mind. And celebrity life, I can't explain. I'm not,
No, because
I'm not
yung
into this.
impression mo sa akin, it's not something that it's not something that occupies your mind. If my impression is correct, diba? Parang
Yeah,
it,
I go home. I go home. That's it for me.
Right.
That's it. Like that's it. Like that's me. And then I talk to my friends, my family, the number of people that they only talk to. That's it for me. That's how I deal with life. And this is just really a job to me. I go to it. I go home. I don't see any. I deal with it maybe differently, I don't
Yeah.
want to sound cocky or anything. I don't
Yeah.
want to sound, it's just we deal with things differently. And the
Yeah.
way I deal with mine is just, bypass. If it happens, it happens. Just keep working, keep loving your
Right.
art, and just be passionate about what you're really passionate about.
Okay. Syempre yung next question ko, medyo may pagka-corny to. But I'm thinking because yun nga, like,
Grabe
you...
na, disclaimer na.
Ne, kasi you as when you were young pa lang, you found you were fascinated by acting, by the skill and the art of acting, and then at around 20, that's when you realized that it was something that you wanted to do. Like for aspiring, for people for younger people who might be watching this, like they might be entertaining the thought of acting, right? Like, what lessons about acting, and maybe also about being a celebrity, kasi parang part and parcel yun in the Philippines, right? Or anywhere else, actually. What's the best piece of advice you've gotten in your career so far?
Is there a timer? I'm kidding.
We can actually cut if you need.
No, I'm kidding.
Parang ano pala, no? Parang beauty pageant lang na you have 30 seconds lang to answer the question. Di naman. You have all the time in the world.
Yeah, best advice to newbies, right? To all new
Yeah.
aspiring actors.
Right.
Know your purpose. Focus. Be thankful. Be grateful for whatever may come your way. And aim to be a character actor. It's pretty fun. It's a good training too. And just keep doing what you're doing. Just never stop reaching your goals. One way or another, you don't even know you're there already. So just keep focused. Don't just keep using your heart, use your mind too. And yeah, just keep praying, be thankful again, and grateful. That's it.
I also ask this sa most creatives and artists that we interview here on Rappler. Parang to be an artist, I think it's a very outward thing, 'di ba? Parang nilalabas mo yung emotion mo. Is there ever a time where ikaw mismo na uubusan ka kasi binuhos mo lahat ng feelings mo or lahat ng emotions mo towards a character, any character that you're playing?
Me emotionally, do I get drained as well? Yeah, to several, actually almost all of them.
Right.
Gets me so drained. And I
Right.
can't explain. I'm not trying to sound deep at all. I'm just saying, it's draining. It's really, really draining. Though again, I enjoy it. At the end of the day, it satisfies me. I get to tell a good story with good actors. And that's a blessing to me. I always look forward. If ever there are days na tamad ako, like, tao ako, tinatamad din ako minsan. No? So if ever I'm tamad, I look forward to just talking to these actors on the set and just making kwentuhan. And it gets me out of bed. It's amazing. One way or another, I find myself walking up the bed, smiling and looking forward to work every day.
Right. Okay, I have two more questions, but yun nga, like, people see being an artista as pure glamour, right? People don't really understand the hard work that goes behind every beautiful scene that they see, and even this award, right? Like, they'll see the award, they'll see you decked in a suit, diba? Accepting the award, but they don't see all the difficulties behind the scenes, behind the camera, right? So, for you, like, why do you do what you do?
I like uplifting people. I like inspiring people. I like helping people. Some other way it keeps me alive. Just making them. If ever you give us a scene as an actor, making people reminisce, it's such a big thing to me. Might be small to others, even such a simple scene, it's such a big thing to me already. people appreciate what we do, what I do, is such a big thing. And just very blessed to be given all of these things that I never expected, you know. And I just do what I do again because I just love it. I'm in love with what I do. So in love.
And I think it shows if people watch Bagman, like Bagman pa lang, diba? If they see it, like you see in the scenes, you know, that there's a lot that goes into everything, to the motions that you do for the character. Speaking of that, once the win sinks in, let's give it one more week, it finally sinks into your system. What's next for you? Do you have any upcoming projects that are coming out or
Yeah.
that you're working on soon?
Yeah, well, it's already that's it for me. This year, I'm very happy already with this year. You know, I mean, what happened to me at the end of the year is very positive, and I'm claiming for a positive year for everyone in 2021. And next project, there's this one story I've been working on for a long time, and I was about to do it already with Tito Eddie Garcia,
Oh,
but you know, something happened. Yeah, it happened, and I've been working on this story with him for about 3 years before anything happened, and it practically became a tribute to him. We'll be showing it next year. That's my first shot for next year, and hopefully, it would be the most meaningful project I'd ever do.
that's super exciting. If they want updates on that upcoming project and any other upcoming project that you have, ang ironic that I'm asking you this, no, after we talk about, you know, the merger of celebrity and acting, no. Pero if they want updates on your projects and on your life, as you know, ultimately people will want to know that. Like, what are your social media handles if they want to follow you?
Okay, Arjo Atayde on Instagram. Arjo
Weird, no?
Atayde.
Medyo malabo, pero sige lang.
Ayun, Arjo Atayde on Instagram and Atayde Arjo on Twitter. So that's it for now.
If they want to catch Bagman, where can they find it?
Oh, Bagman, you can watch that and download it. Download I Want TFC, and there you can watch Bagman Season 1 and Season 2 as well.
Okay, when he says download, he means legal download, guys. Let's support Philippine creators legally.
Yes.
Diba, dapat lang. Thank you,
Of
Arjo.
course.
I know you're very busy and I know you're still on a high probably from your win. So thank you for spending time with us.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Bea. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this.
thanks for joining us. Watch Bagman. Again, Arjo mentioned where you can stream it legally. This has been Bea Cupin. You've been watching Rappler. Support Philippine actors. Watch Philippine-made series and movies. Support Philippine cinema. I'll see you around. Bye. Thank you.